And there we go. So right now, okay. So let's see what we got. Let's see, Hollywood, Florida, Atlanta, Scottsdale, Arizona, New Jersey, Houston, Texas, North Carolina, St. Louis, Los Angeles, Dallas, Texas. Just got a new agent starting in Dallas today. Good stuff. Pennsylvania, welcome everybody. All right, so we want to get started with this. I see that we do have, matter of fact, if you haven't already and you want to take one last moment to send one last message to your team or your new agents, definitely do that right now, because I'm doing it. I sent it earlier, but one last message doesn't hurt. Good stuff. All right, so we got 50 people live right now. That's a great number to start with. But my name is Billy Scott, part of the support team here. I'm actually one of the vice presidents with FES, and we want to help you with the process of getting started right. There's a couple things that's important to know about getting started right. First thing is that, first thing is that there's a wrong way and a right way to start. So that's number one. Number two is you can just start your business or you can launch your business. And launching your business is a lot more fun and has greater results, okay? So what do we mean? Well, when it comes to getting started, the first thing is that we're going to have to start sharing some information with people. There's a right way and a wrong way to do that. There's also the process that you have on your own end before you take it to other people. What about activating your own services, right? And being a product of the product. And so there's just a few steps that we want to make sure you cover all of the bases so you have the best chances for success here, okay? And that's what today is all about. I'm going to be sharing some of the action steps. So you want to write down the action steps. And also you're going to get some tips on the back end. I'm going to be sharing it, passing it to another leader who's going to be sharing some tips to help you as well. So let's get right into it. The new agent launch. Everything we're going to be talking about today is in alignment with this document right here, the launch document, okay? So I'm going to show you exactly where to go to get these 2 pages. But again, if you're a field trainer and above, you want to print extra copies of this in color and have them ready to go. You want to always have a mindset of expectancy. You expect to enroll new agents all the time. So why wouldn't you have these documents on hand, okay? If you didn't get these documents yet, it's okay. I'm going to show you where to go to get them in your business office, and you can go print it right after we're done with this training, all right? So there's 2 pages here. We're going to walk you through each of them in just a moment. But how do you get to them? So when you go to your website, you can go to myfes.net, and you're going to see this website right here, okay? So myfes.net, okay? And then at the top, you're going to click where it says Agent Login, this button right here. And that's how you're going to access your business office. As soon as you click Agent Login, you're going to see this page, and you're going to enter your login info, okay? Now, your login info for your MyFES website is different from your login info on your UCES protection plan site for your services, okay? So your login info for your FES business office is the information, the username is the username that you were given in your confirmation email when you enrolled, okay? It's usually your first initial, your last name, and then sometimes a number at the end. So mine is B Scott 3. So you enter your username here, and then your password is the one you created when you enrolled as well, okay? So, and you see right here, you could click forgot username or password. If you have a challenge with it, you can get it sent to your email. Soon as you log in, guess what? You're going to have access to your business office. You're going to see something that looks like this. You're going to have access to your dashboard, your commission info, right? Your marketing. So this is where the FES store is. Where you can, access the, buying business cards and flyers and things like that. Your reports, customer and agent reports, enrollment tab, where you can enroll customers and agents and enroll people for the different services. The training tab, we'll talk about that in a second as well. And then FES Connect is another platform, another marketing tool that you can use. You can read up in there. And then also compliance. This is important. This is the do's and don'ts, what you can post, what you can do for marketing, what you can't do, what you can say, and what you cannot say, okay? So you're going to see all these different things. You see the message board here. You want to look at this on a daily basis. This is where important announcements are. And then as you go below here, you'll start to see your volume and how you track what's going on in your business. But we're not going to get into all of that because if you're brand new, you don't really have a business to track yet, right? So we just want to focus on the basics of helping you strive for 5. So the first thing, if you see this where it says click here, this is the 445 calendar. When you click here, then you're going to see the calendar for our volume months, and it looks like this. This is important for you to know. So one, you can track the pay schedule, and also you can track your volume month so you know exactly how much time you have to achieve your goals. So if you notice, this is our 445 calendar. It says our retail calendar. We don't work on a regular calendar, regular 12-month calendar. If you notice, the reason it's called 445 is because every 3 months, the cycle is 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and then it starts all over, 445, 445. So right now, this red bar tells you the week that we're on currently. So we're on week 4 of this volume month, and every week in a volume month goes from Sunday to Saturday. So if you notice, all these dates start on a Sunday. So right here where the red line is, it says May 12th, Mother's Day. That was, of course, Sunday. And then it ends on Saturday, May 18th. So that's also our pay schedule. What does that mean? Every customer and agent that you or your team enrolls from Sunday to Saturday, you get paid for it the following Thursday, okay? So that starts Sunday morning at 12:01 a.m. Pacific time, and it ends at midnight, Saturday night Pacific time, okay? So you could adjust that to your time zone. Now, this week right now is the last week of this volume month, and then guess what? We start a brand new 5-week volume month, which is May 19th, and then it's gonna go all the way. Week 1 ends on May 25th, and then week 2 starts on May 26th. You guys get it? And it's gonna go week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and then the end of this 5-week volume month is gonna be June 22nd. So if you notice on a 5-week volume month, we get an extra week, an extra 7 days. It's 35 days instead of 28. Let me tell you something, one reason why we put this in place for you as a new agent. We wanna help you strive for 5 and become a field trainer before the end of this week. Because if you close out, or when you close out this week at field trainer, you get to start off the new 5-week volume month at your new position, and you have momentum to help you build and take advantage of those 35 days. It's very common for people who are already a field trainer at the beginning of the 5-week volume month to not only go senior field trainer, but it's very common for them to go sales director, sometimes even higher, guys. So that's what the 445 calendar looks like. You can check it. It's available in your back office. Now, the next thing is, if you go back to your dashboard by clicking the dashboard button right here, if you look at the training tab, this is where you'll go to access the document I mentioned in the beginning. So you see where it says getting started. So you'll click getting started, and then you'll see this page, and then you click getting started. You click download, and that's where you'll access the launch document, okay? This is those 2 pages that we just talked about. And so I'm just gonna highlight them. Now you wanna print these out, and you can take notes on what I'm gonna share, some of the tips right now, but I'm gonna just highlight the sections of it. And then you actually wanna get with a sales director or above in your support team that can help walk you through it, or at least a senior field trainer, okay? And they're gonna help walk you through filling in and any parts that you're not clear on. Now, before I go over this document, there's 3 qualities that you are gonna need in order for this to produce results for you, okay? Write this down, 3 qualities and 3 qualities only. If you don't have these 3 qualities, then guess what? It doesn't matter what we say about this document, you're gonna have a hard time producing results. So quality number 1, you need a burning desire. If you notice, that's the first thing on here, your why, your reason for doing the business. What does a burning desire mean? That means that your reasons for doing the business have to be so strong that it pulls you through any of the tests that are guaranteed to come with this mission. And you're gonna hear more about mindset in a minute, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. But what I'm saying is your reason, your why, you need a burning desire. There's a book called Think and Grow Rich, and it took him 30 years to write it because he had to research 500 of the most successful people, find out what they had in common that made them successful, and he found out they had 13 things in common, and he wrote a book about it. Guess what the number 1 thing is? They all had a burning desire. So what is your reason, your why? So that's number 1 quality. You need a burning desire. Is it time freedom? Is it financial freedom? Is it a dream lifestyle? Is it what you want to do for yourself, your spouse, your kids, your parents? So you got to figure that out. That's number one, burning desire. The second thing you're going to need in order for this business to work for you, okay? I see somebody's having fun drawing on the screen. Thank you. All right, so the second thing you're going to need is what? You're going to need a willingness to work, okay? You're going to need a willingness to work. There we go. There we go. So you're going to have to actually be willing to follow the steps and take action, okay? And number three, you're going to have to be coachable or teachable. What does that mean? Well, there's some of these steps that are common sense. It just makes sense. It's easy to be coachable when it's common sense and it just makes sense. The challenge that's going to lead you to a bigger paycheck in the business is when it doesn't make sense, but you still are coachable and you follow the steps anyways. Or when it's uncomfortable and out of your comfort zone, right? But you still follow the steps anyways. As long as you have those three qualities, guess what? You can produce results, what we're going to talk about right now, okay? So let's talk about it real quick. The first thing on here, it welcomes you and it says what? Getting started right. And it says determine your why. Why did you join the business? What would extra income do for you? So that's the first goal. Why do you want to start earning extra income? Extra $500 to $1,000 a month, maybe $2,000 a month, right? Starting to build your business up. Then it says, what does freedom look like to you? So that's long-term, right? So you want to have both. And there's no such thing as long-term goals without short-term day-to-day goals. So you're going to identify that. Next thing underneath that is getting launched, okay? It says the best way to start your business is to launch it, and you want to host at least 2 in-home or online launches within your first 10 days. If you haven't done this yet, it's okay. Let's consider today to be day number 1, right? And you relaunch and refresh your business. It's important to do this though. Schedule 2 of them within 10 days. Work with your upline support team to help you plan it, invite, and host your launch. Now, you're going to schedule the date and time. Is it going to be in-home? And now, in-home doesn't have to be technically in-home. That is the best and that's the place that most people will feel most comfortable, that you invite them to do a quick presentation. It's usually a small get-together. Well, sometimes it's big as well, right? But it's quick, it's simple, light snacks, inexpensive. And people say, I can do that. This is very simple. I can invite people over and have a quick presentation, and it's duplicatable. But sometimes people don't have access to do it in their home or for different reasons, okay? Now, if you can do it and you should do it, right? But if you can't, you really can't, guess what? You can do it at an office. There's people do them at, churches. We have people do them public places. You know, we sit down with a group of 4, 5, 6 people at a Panera Bread, a Round Table Pizza, a Dunkin' Donuts, right? But the whole purpose, here's the purpose. Instead of going around presenting to 10 different people one at a time, taking 10 hours with drive time and everything else, why not get all 10 in front of one presentation in 1 hour? That's what a PBR is. And guess what? The people who join you are going to do what you do, not what you say. So that you do one and you get 10 people there, let's say 3, 4, 5 of them get started. Guess what we're going to do? Before they leave, we're going to schedule one for each of them. Okay. The reason you want to book at least 2 is because guess what? The first one should be within 3 to 5 days, and you get as many people as you can to the one in 3 to 5 days, but everybody's not going to be available in 3 to 5 days. And we know that. That's why you schedule a second one within 10 days for the backup for those people who weren't available for the first one. Okay. All right. Now, so I do encourage to do at least 1 or 2 in person. In addition to that, you can do one online for people who can't make it to the ones in person, or maybe they don't live in your local area, or maybe you don't feel comfortable having them at your house. That happens as well, coworkers and different people. So guess what? You can have an online webinar like we're doing right now where somebody in your support team, a sales director or above, can come in and do a presentation for them online, guys. So that's the power of a launch instead of one person at a time, okay? Now, here's an idea of a script beneath. You can also get some additional tips from your support team on things you can say when you approach them or text when you approach them. Okay, so it has a script down there. The next thing is important info. So you're gonna write down your enrollment date, your agent ID and username. That's all in your confirmation email. You're also gonna put your websites. You have 2 different websites. Remember, your myfes.net site is gonna be myfes.net/your username. Okay, and I'm going to share with you what that website looks like. I'm gonna share with you both websites actually, if I can find them. 1 second, guys. Okay. 1 second. Oh, got some. All right, so here we go. Got some NBA action for you guys. All right, so this is what your website's gonna look like. So this is mine. Of course, don't send people to my website because I don't want to sign up your people. But myfes.net/bscott3, and it pulls up this website. Has your picture, well, you have to add your picture from your business office, but it has your name, your title, your email, your phone number, okay? Make sure it has your information professional, add a professional picture in your business office, and you can pull this up. If you click on company, it's a really nice website. It's gonna tell the people about your company and your leadership, right? The co-founders. You click on products, they cannot sign up for the protection plan on this website, but they can get the protection plan plus benefits, which is new. Only one of the benefits has been released and more are being released one at a time. But they can also sign up for the My Care plan here, which is the will and trust power of attorney. They can buy the secure credit card here, merchant services, and credit my rent, all available on the MyFES website. You click on business opportunity, and this is where they'll go to enroll as an agent. Okay, click on enroll now, and boom, they sign up as an agent here. Now, when it gets down to the two options, they always usually select 288 because 249 we're required to offer as an option as a network marketing company legally. You have to have an option where they can sign up without the service and an option with the service. But everybody signs up with the service. One, because how can you ask other people or tell other people they need it if you don't have it? The second thing, and more importantly, you don't get access to the full compensation plan if you enroll without having the service yourself. For example, the R&R club benefits and all the other benefits, special benefits like that, you don't get access to it if you don't sign up for 288. So just sometimes people ask that question, and I just let them know, hey, 288 gives you access to the full comp plan, full benefits, and you're leading by example. You get to experience the product, okay? Cool. Then the YFL program, you click there, and of course, it shows you the YFL video, the benefits of YFL, and then, of course, agent login, as I shared earlier. So that's the MyFES website. Your second website is, again, ucespp.net, okay? And that's going to give you access to, of course, those benefits. Make sure you guys can all, okay, cool. All right, so again, your name has the video where they can watch the 5-minute video on the services, the benefits of each of the protection plan benefits. So this is the website you'll go to actually enroll. So I click enroll now, and it actually pulls up. I think I might have a customer that just signed up. But it pulls up the page where you can enroll them as a customer. 188, enter card info, 1 page of info, submit. 3 minutes later, new customer, okay? All right, now, okay, cool. So you even got to select the language. And also you click login here on your UCES website, and boom, this is where you'll log in to access, you sign in, oops, and this is where you'll access your protection plan benefits, okay? And then here you go, access protection plan account, and you see your dashboard, access all the different services here, et cetera, okay? Now you also, this is where you'll also go to, if you click enroll in marketing, this is where you can enroll customers from your back office. This is where you click presentation if you want to download the PowerPoint, and there's new tools coming soon for the protection plan, all right? So those are your two websites. Just wanted to highlight that for you. And my portion is almost done. I just want to finish the last pieces of the launch document. Okay. There we go. All right, so somebody just, okay. So again, you got your information there as far as your login info and your username and so forth, okay? Now, right beneath that, you fill in, so again, all you need is your username at the end of both of these, your MyFES website. Oh, it only has the MyFES website. Okay, I see what's going on. They updated that. But on the ucespp.net website, you enter same thing, and then your username, and that'll pull up that website. Okay. Now, you also want to get the phone number and name for your first upline sales director and first upline vice president and above. Get their name and phone number, because maybe your sponsor might not be available. Maybe your sponsor is not at those levels yet. So when you need more advanced help, or you have a prospect who's interested in it, maybe they're more successful and they need to talk to someone who's successful, you can introduce them to people higher up in your support team. Your first goal, here's where we get into the meat and potatoes. The first goal is to help you get, this is you, first goal is to help you get 2 agents, these 2 spots right here, find 2 business partners minimum, and 3 customers. If you just started this volume month, you're gonna have 400 in volume points from your own 288 enrollment, okay? You're also gonna get 400 points for each agent you sign up or somebody on your team signs up, and then you'll get 200 points per customer. So 400 per agent, 200 per customer. Sorry. So I don't know the phone number. Somebody just asked about the link for Zoom not working for someone. Sorry about that. So wait, did you say? Oh no, this isn't for prospects anyways. So that's probably why it's not working. It's for agents only. All right, so 2 agents and 3 customers, okay? So what is that? What's the requirement to become a field trainer? Well, in a volume month, our goal is to show a new agent how to become field trainer their first, 3 days to 7 days, right? Depending on what pace they want to go. But you get until the end of the volume month. The requirements are you have to have at least 2 agents on your team that you personally enrolled, and you have to have 1,600 in volume, okay, total before the end of the volume month. And you can only count, you need a minimum of 400 in volume in one of your 2 legs. So you see how you have enrolled these 2 agents right here? That's 2 separate legs. If one was under the other person, then that would all be in one leg, okay? So you can, let's say you got 1 agent here that's 400 in volume. You can have the other 1,200 be in the other leg, okay? And if you notice this volume here, you got 400 from you, 400 from each agent. That's already 1,200 in volume. You only need 400 more in volume. So you can do that with another agent. That would be 400 in volume, and that's a total of 1,600. Just signing up 3 agents plus your 400. But it's common that you'll end up enrolling customers as well as agents. So 2 agents plus 2 customers will actually promote you to field trainer if you add that to your own 400 in volume. The reason we add another customer is because that gives you your 5th enrollment, 2 agents and then 3 customers. That's a total of 5 enrollments. That extra, that 5th enrollment is what makes your services free starting next volume month, as long as you get 5 enrollments before the end of the current volume month. If you get 4 enrollments active this volume month, and then you get the 5th one on Sunday, that's a new volume month, so you're still gonna have to pay a monthly payment next volume month. So that's another reason we're doing this. We wanna help you go field trainer, and we wanna help you strive for 5 before the end of the volume month, and voila, you get to start off the new volume month at your new pay level and no payment for your services, okay? Hopefully that's clear. Get back with your support team to clear that up if you have questions. Down here, you have a first example of what you can post on Facebook to pique interest, but you're gonna get a couple more tips on social media in a second. This is how you contact agent support, and there's a phone number and email, and then there's also a link with more training for your business. You wanna learn more about the back office, the reports, the comp plan. All of that is available at successwithfes.com. Page 2 is a little bit faster. This is where you're gonna start making your list. I wanna give you guys a couple seconds. Hopefully you got some paper out. I want you to do this real quick. This is where it comes down to being willing to work and being coachable. So I want you to start writing out a list of people, okay? We're gonna take 3 minutes and watch how many names you can come up with in 3 minutes, okay? Now, the people I want you to first start thinking about is who are your easiest people that you can share the information with and get in front of a presentation or a video, and then who are your best people? They're successful, they're influential, a lot of people look up to them, right? So I'm actually literally gonna start a timer. In fact, I'm gonna do it in 2 minutes to show you the power of this, okay? So here we go, 1, 2, 3. All right, so who are some of your easiest people? Write their names down. Parents, coworkers, your spouse. Your spouse should be one of your first agents if they're not already, right? Or significant other, okay? Who looks up to you, okay? Who trusts you, right? You write them down. Literally write their names down. You don't have to write phone numbers down, all right? Also, who's some of your best people? Who do you know that's a pastor or a ministry or religious leader? Write them down. Who do you know that goes to church or to religious services, and maybe you can introduce it to them in order for them to take it to the leadership, okay? Who do you know in real estate? Okay, real estate agent, a broker, somebody in lending, okay? Who do you know that's really good at social media? They got a lot of friends or followers or subscribers. Who comes to mind? Write their first names down, okay? Who do you know that is not a pastor? I mentioned that, or a teacher or a coach. These people are usually really good at working with people in leadership skills, okay? Pastor, teacher, or coach. Who do you know that's a homeowner or a parent? Write their names down. Okay, give you a couple more. Who do you know that earns a six-figure income? Who do you know that probably already has good credit? Write them down. They understand the power of credit. 3, 2, 1, 0. How many of you got 10 names or more? Put 10 in the chat. I want you to show you guys the power of what a 2-minute exercise can do for your business. 10 or more. How many of you got 15? Oh, 15. Anybody get 20? So in 2 minutes, people got 10 or more names. What if you took 5 minutes? That's it. You know, a lot of people skip this step, but this is the reality. People who become field trainers within that first week or 2 weeks, they usually make their list on day 1 or whenever they do their launch, right? They make a list of 25 or more people, and it only takes 5 minutes or less to do it, guys. We just did 2 minutes exercise on a timer. So you have to make that list. Now, that's just your launch list. Your real list is your network. This is called network marketing, meaning you're working your network, okay? You're marketing to your network, okay? So your whole network has how many people, right? And you want to expose everybody because guess what? People are either a leader or they're a doorway, meaning they can lead you to people who are interested in the services or our business. They're going to become a customer or agent, or they might be a referral source. So you want to expose everybody. So you should be making a list of 100 and then 200 or more people and then introduce them to people, start introducing it to more people. But to go field trainer, to get those first 5 enrollments, what we found out is it takes an average of 25 people seeing a full presentation. And then out of 25, you should be able to enroll at least 5 of them. All right, down below here, and you're going to track it on page 2, by the way, their name, phone number, and then what they've checked out. Sent them a video. Have they been on a 3-way call yet? Maybe you did a one-on-one appointment with them, or they attended a live party, or what we call just an overview or a PBR. Sometimes we call them a party, right? Okay, now, on the bottom of page 2 is the 7-step process you want to get familiar with taking them through. A lot of us are trying to figure out how we're getting people interested, but that we're not enrolling as many people as we think, and we're probably missing some of these 7 steps. The first 3 steps are the most important because once you've taken them through those first 3 steps, you follow the system. So you got to ask yourself, which one of these are you missing? So number 1 is promote. It says invite and market using the launch scripts, right? And also you could text message scripts and so forth, right? So you make a list and you're going to start marketing and promoting online and offline. Step 2 is you actually expose them. This is where they're actually seeing the information or a presentation. Step 3, you got to follow up. You got to get a response from them. Okay, you can't just send them the video or information and then not follow up. Fortune is in the follow up. And then you go to step 4, which is enroll them. Step 5 is get their services going. Step 6 is help them launch their business, get started right. And then, of course, step 7 is get trained, okay? Continue to get trained through the calls and live trainings. And then, of course, on the right side is the new agent checklist. Once you've completed all these steps, guys, now you have launched your business and you've gotten started right. And so this says bubble it in once you've activated your services. Also, schedule your first launch. Bubble it in after you do that. So you can tell what you haven't done if it's not bubbled in, and you know exactly what the next step is for you in your business. Your first Facebook post, create your master list of 100 to 500 names as fast as possible. Watch the videos at successwithfbs.com. Okay, attend your first live event. And then, of course, the last step is to write in the team's conference call, Sunday conference call info. So with that said, guys, that is how you get started. And so some takeaways before I pass it on to this gentleman in a second is, again, obviously fill in everything on the launch document. And then, of course, make your list of 25 plus names, okay? Next thing is get with your support team. Schedule and plan your launch events, online or offline, of course, right? And then number 3 is strive for 5, okay? And that's what we want to help you do this week. Okay, don't wait until Friday to talk to 25 people, because some of them might need a day or two to get the money and everything else. So you want to apply this right away, starting today and tomorrow. So then you still have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to follow up with these people and help them get enrolled to find your 5 people, okay? So move with urgency. Don't waste a day or two, because then you'll be behind the curve. All right, so hopefully this was helpful. Print that document. Again, apply those notes as fast as you can. And now I want to move out the way for some last tips on helping you get started right. This gentleman is a master at social media, and I know a lot of you want to rush and get to social media, so he's going to give you some tips on that, as well as mindset in helping you be successful in your business as well. So let me go ahead and make sure he is unmuted. If you're new and you just got started and you're not familiar with this gentleman, he actually has a track record for success in this industry, and he knows this game. His last company, he was able to do extremely well. Top income earner, earned 7 figures in his last business. Also helped dozens and dozens and dozens of people become 6-figure income earners already. And so when somebody has achieved that kind of success, of course, they have options if they're going to when they're looking to go to the next level, right? They don't join things out of necessity, right, or struggle. And so he saw this platform as a way to go to the next level. He came on board just a few months ago. He's already been promoted 5 times from his launch. And so perfect person to listen to and take some notes from as we close out. With that said, I want to move out the way and bring on Executive Sales Director, Mr. Gerardo Ibarra. Are you on with us?
Absolutely. Can you hear me well, Billy?
Loud and clear, man. Welcome.
All right. Well, thanks for the introduction. Definitely want to give it back to Billy. Let me tell you something. I've been in this company for going on to 3 months now. And this guy right here, Vice President Billy Scott, hasn't missed one single call, whether it's a training, whether it's a webinar that he's doing for his team and my team. He's very consistent, and that's why he's where he's at right now, sitting at the vice president level. So definitely want to get back to Billy, guys. And I want to open up by tonight's training by telling you guys that you are one agent away from having a different mood. Okay, every time that I receive a notification saying congratulations, it changes the mood for the whole day. Your energy levels, your belief in this company skyrockets. So if you're someone right now who's sitting on this call and you haven't had that breakthrough, you haven't had that first customer, that first agent, just know that it can happen at any given moment. Right, but you have to do the activity. You have to do the income producing activities, which is what I'm going to talk about in today's training. All right, so I'm going to be talking mainly about marketing and also exposing the business and some social media. All right, so I'm going to share just a few slides that I was able to get for you guys. Let me pull that up first, and then I'll go ahead and share my screen. Give me a few seconds. But I'm excited for you guys. Tonight we got some great information. for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen now. And we're gonna start with this quote by Mr. Grant Cardone. How many of you guys know Grant Cardone? He's a beast when it comes to sales. So, and I want to share a few quotes that I read from some of his videos. I keep up with this guy. He's definitely one of those guys that you want to be following to stay motivated. So he says that without attention, you have no business. Okay, guys. So what I want you to get out of that is that we're in the business of exposing. That's what we are. This is called network marketing. We got to expose the business. Okay. Another great quote is that I read from him is best known beats best product. Okay. Do you agree that McDonald's has the best burger in the world? Absolutely not. But guess what? They're the best known. And because they are the best known, they are the #1 restaurant franchise in the world. So when I tell you this, guys, I want you to know that we got to start. We got to call ourselves out and start doing what we know we have to do. If you follow me on Facebook, yesterday I made a post and I said that we all know when we're slacking. Like, you don't have to tell me what I have to do to succeed in this business, because if you've been tuning in, you've heard it already a dozen times. So you know what you got to do. You know that you got to build that list. You know that you have to reach out to individuals and start being more outgoing and take more pictures and do what you got to do. But sometimes we get so overwhelmed. We start thinking about all the tasks that needs to be done. And there's I read a quote that said as well, when you have so many things to do that at the end of the day you end up doing nothing, right? You get just so overwhelmed, so consumed by the thought of having to do so much that the whole day goes by and you didn't even do one single thing. Okay, guys. So what I'm gonna go ahead and show you tonight is how to go about your mindset when it comes to marketing. Okay, so here are a few things that you want to be focusing on. Okay, this is what's gonna get your business to explode. So #1, we're gonna be covering marketing. Okay, #2, visibility. You need to be visible. Like Mr. Grant Cardone say, without attention, you have no business. Okay, generation of leads. We're gonna talk about that as well. We're gonna talk about the importance of having likes. You see, 10 years ago, I used to go to school, and back then it was MySpace, and they say, oh, don't get so high on yourself. Likes don't count in real life. And guess what? Now they do. The whole thing has flipped on us, because now if you have a following, if you have, it means you have credibility. And when you have a following, people can pay you so you can promote their business, right? We see it all the time. We have these Kardashians. I don't know how much they charge. I'm assuming it's over $100,000 so they can shout you out, because they just have millions and millions of eyeballs, right? So that's why, likes matter. They tell you that you're a credible person. I'll put it to you this way. If you have a business, a credit repair business, a website, a like page on Facebook, and this page has, let's say, 10,000 likes. And then you have another brand new page that has 10 likes. What is going to be your first thought when you see the page with 10 likes? You'll be like, oh man, these guys, are they even real? How come nobody's commenting on their stuff? How come they have no engagement? Oh man, they're probably fake. You see what I mean? So likes, it matters. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is scaling. Okay, if you want to scale your business, it's going to cost you, right? And what I mean by that is that the only way that you scale business is by paid advertisement. And I'm going to dive into that in a bit, because there's only so far you can get with free advertisement. And what is free is, for example, your Facebook timeline, right? Your Instagram account, right? There's only so far you can get. Okay, and that's how we're going to start off this conversation, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and just go into, give me 1 second, guys. Here, I'm having issues with, so my laptop is the escape button. For some reason, I got a touch bar on my Mac. It's not working. Let me see how can I get out of here. Give me 1 second. Huh. Let's see. Okay, not expect this. Give me 1 second, guys. My touch bar on my Mac is giving me issues. It blacked out for some reason. And in order to press the escape button, that's the only option I have. But how can I get out of this? It's on full screen. Billy, do you know how to exit the full screen like with the shortcut on the Mac? Let me Google it really quick.
You hit the shift key?
Shift?
Let's see if it releases it.
The shift button alone?
No. Yeah, it didn't do anything.
Nope. So I have a touch bar, and when I usually press escape to exit out the presentation, and it doesn't work. Let me see if I can Google it really quick. Escape. Guys, Google is your best friend. I'll tell you that right now. There's a lot of things that, simple answers that we're looking for there on Google. Escape shortcut on Mac. And we got to start using our best friends as Google and YouTube, guys. You'll be surprised that right now you can get a full education. You can get a full education on YouTube and be able to change your life just by doing that. That's how I got ahead. You gotta be self-started. You gotta look for answers. You cannot wait until somebody comes and saves you all the time. So let's say it says Command, Control, eject. Do we have an eject button? Yeah, it's giving me issues. I apologize for this, guys. I should restart.
What do you see on your screen right now?
Huh?
Oh, you just see the grid?
What I see on my screen is the presentation. Is that what you see?
No, I just see the grid of everybody.
Okay. Yeah, right now I have the presentation open in my I have the presentation that we're looking at open on my Mac as a full screen, but I can't exit out the full screen. Let me see if I go to the very end, if it exits out. I doubt it, but we can try.
Take your 3 fingers on your trackpad and push up. That throws it out, huh?
Nope, doesn't do it.
And this is why I dropped out of school for computer science. I'm just kidding.
Even Alt, let me see, Control Alt Delete. It doesn't. I can actually. I'm probably just gonna restart my computer, guys. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be back on in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Sound fair enough?
Yep.
All right.
All right. In the meantime, everybody, the Warriors are winning, so that's important in case you were wondering. But besides that, this is just a technical issue, and it's guys, understand this is actually a really good time to highlight something. Recently, I talked about. I'm going to do a video of this on my YouTube too, because it's that important. But there's something, there's a philosophy about problem solving. Okay, and I learned this a long time ago from one of my first mentors. He said that you could tell the size of a person by the size of the problems that get them down. Okay, somebody said speak up. I think, can you guys hear me clearly? Am I having issues with my computer too? Okay, great, thanks. So yeah, so you could tell the size of a person by the size of the problems that get them down. And that's a very, very important philosophy to adapt. You know why? Because in life, we are guaranteed to experience problems, right? Challenges, tests, and different things. Here's the difference between successful people and everybody else. This is the second part I learned from my mentor. He said, in life, you get paid by the size of the problems that you solve, right? So in business, you're going to experience problems. He says successful people run towards problems because they understand it. The better problem solver they become, guess what that means? The better, the more income that the more doors they're opening. Everybody else sees a problem and runs away from it, right? All a business is you're solving a problem. So this is an important thing right now because as a model in FES and with our partner United Credit, we're solving the problem of a lack of a financial literacy and of course the lack of access to the benefits that we provide for people. So we're solving the problem on that end. But guess what? You individually on a daily basis, you're going to encounter problems in your business, whether it's technical issues or whatever the case is, right? So, and I see we got Gerardo back on, and we will get him his presentation back up and go ahead and wrap this up in just a moment. But glad you guys, again, are able to get access, get in front of this training because we're setting you up for success in a big way to close out this 4-week volume month. Do I need to, let's see, I might need to, there we go, unmute you again. And voila.
All right, we're back.
Boom, there it is.
Sorry about that, guys. Now it's working. The touch bar is working. It was blacked out. If you guys have a Mac, for some reason, the touch bar was blacked out. I couldn't escape. I couldn't press escape. I was stuck on the presentation. But okay, back to what I was talking about, guys. So we're gonna be talking about marketing. I'm gonna go start sharing my screen now. Give me few seconds, and bam, we're on. So. All right, guys, so here's the lesson that you want to take out of this, because I see this a lot, and I feel like a lot of people, they base their success with this company on their social media account. They feel like if they post something on Facebook, let's say, they post something about, hey, we can help you with your credit, or if you need help, comment below. And if you're someone who doesn't, you haven't been using social media for a long time, or maybe you have like, let's say 1,000 friends, then you're going to notice that you're probably going to get 2 to 3 comments and that's it. And what happens? Your belief starts going down. You start saying to yourself, wow, this is harder than I thought, right? How many of us have been there? I was there myself, because you see, when we're just starting off, we have a certain logic. Like when I was younger, I started at 21 in this industry. I used to say, man, if I have 5,000 friends and I message all 5,000 and let's say 4,000 of them join, do the math, 4,000 times this much a commission. Can you see the picture? See, but that's the logic that people have when they don't realize that at the end of the day, those numbers are completely off. They're completely off. And I feel like that's the issue. Like some of us, we have a certain expectation, and when it's not met, we get discouraged because we see that it's harder than we really imagine. And let me tell you something, that's the same case with everything in this world. Everything is always harder than what we think. So guys, what I'm gonna start off by is by, a simple message. You're gonna have to recreate yourself completely, right? Not only your last 10 posts on Facebook, I'm talking about a full, you're going to clean the house. What I mean by that is that you have to commit, your Facebook, your social media accounts to this business. You see, I've never met someone who's making 6 figures or nice income that is half in when it comes to their content and half out, right? You look at people like Alfred Nixon, Ashton Henry, Nicola Smith Jackson, and all the other dozens of VPs. If you go to their social media, you can tell they're about business, and not half of their life is credit and the other half is regular stuff, right? Because that tells people that you're not a true professional. At the end of the day, guys, we all want to deal with the expert all the time. We want to join the person that's going to give us the best chance at winning. Okay, that's how it works. And if you're not portraying that type of feeling to the person, then you're going to, the uphill battle to be able to close that person is going to be more challenging. It doesn't mean that you can't close them, but it's just going to be harder. That's why there's people who come to me and they say, Gerardo, I have the people, I have the messages, I just can't close. I can't close them. And what I came to find out is that there's 3 reasons why people are not buying into you, right? And these are the 3 things that you need to have so people can buy into you. Number 1, they gotta love you as a person, right? They gotta trust you, and they gotta feel like you can lead them to victory. That's the only way. Okay, they gotta believe in you. Number 2, they gotta believe in the service that you're offering. They gotta believe that it's one of the best things they can purchase. You gotta show the value. You gotta paint the picture. You gotta make them see an image in their head of how they're gonna feel when they buy your credit restoration service, right? What they're gonna be able to buy, whether it's that house, whether it's a house, whether it's a car, right? So you gotta sell the product. And number 3, they gotta trust the company. All right, those 3 things. They gotta love you, they gotta love your product, and they gotta trust the company. Right? If you don't have those 3 things checked off, they're not gonna buy from you. Right? Put yourself in their shoes within those 3 questions. Would you buy something? For example, let's say Apple, and there's always that Android versus Apple. They're doing the memes that, hey, we have better cameras, or, we have better technology. And at the end of the day, guys, the reason why, I'm an Apple guy, the reason why I don't go to Android is because, I don't love the company. I don't like Microsoft or whoever makes those phones. I know there's not just Microsoft, LG, there's a lot of brands, but you get what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be in love with those 3 factors. Okay, guys, so here's the deal. Here's what I want you to know, that this page right here, this Facebook you're seeing right here of me, is only going to take me so far. You see, what some of you guys don't know is that how I built a team of 200,000 agents in my previous company, it wasn't just through here. This wasn't it. I actually did it through a like page on Facebook. Now, I haven't gotten to that point here in this company because I'm still too busy working with 4,100 people. Right? There's no reason for me to start paying ads right now if I still haven't even finished with my list. Now, whenever I finish with these 4,100 individuals and I say I completely message every single one by one, I got on the phone with them, I already followed up a few times with them, that's it. I'm done. If something's gonna come out of that, it was supposed to come out already. So that's when we move into Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Instagram shout outs, right? Whatever kind of paid advertisement, because that's the only way you're going to scale. You cannot scale through here. This is not how you do it. Use this as a start. Use this to build capital, because you need money, right? I told you on the slide that in order to scale, it's going to cost you money. And to prove that this is what I'm saying is true, we have the perfect example of Mr. Alfred Nixon. We've been really good friends for 5 to 6 years already. And, we got on the phone and I was basically picking his brain. This was about a month ago. And I said, so tell me, bro, how did you do what you do here? And he said, Gerardo, let me tell you something. My very first year in this company, I made 6 figures, and mostly everything went towards shout outs on Instagram. So that's one way to do it, right? Doesn't mean that you have to take the same route, but sometimes we just gotta humble ourselves and just do what works. Don't try to reinvent the wheel when you already know what works. Don't try to find out, well, I'm gonna do it my way. But sure, yeah, you're gonna have to go through a learning process to be able to figure out your own way when something already works. So he said, I used to take my whole check. I used to pull aside whatever I need for food, my rent, my bills, and the rest I would put back into the business. I would pay Instagram accounts $100. Shout me out. If they had millions of followers, hey, here's $200, $300, $400. Shout me out, right? And you would send those accounts your pictures that you want them to post of you, and that's how you scale. But what do most of us do? Well, we get excited, we make our first $500, and we go to the mall and we start spending it. We start spending that money when in reality, guys, we have to pay our business. That's how it works. You don't, pay yourself what you need to pay yourself to cover that bill you want to cover. But your mentality should be reinvesting back into this business because the only thing that's going to do is make it grow even bigger, right? That's how it works. And that's how, I was able to scale. Of course, it wasn't just me by myself building a team of 200,000. We had tons of six-figure earners. You heard Billy say over 60 people earning six-figure income. That's how we did it. But guess what? It was a system. I was able to teach those individuals how to start running the ads, and everybody started putting in customers fast, quick. Right now, I will get to that point eventually, and I'm excited. I'm eager to get into it, but I don't want to let these 4,100 people go to waste, right? So let me tell you how I'm actually going and contacting these 4,100 people, because that's the number one thing you want to be doing, and you also want to be doing it for your Instagram followers. And if you're not doing this, and you're just posting here on your timeline and expecting for people to drop comments and going crazy for you, a lot of times it's not going to happen, especially if you don't have credibility, if you haven't had success. Because let's be real, it's great business when people come to you and like, Gerardo, please help me. I'm motivated. I want to do what you do. I'm at that stage right now, but it took me a few years. It took me 5 years to get to that point, right? It wasn't always people coming to me. It was me going to people in the beginning. And that's what some of you guys don't know, right? That you have to go to people and make a name for yourself. You want to make a name for yourself? This is how you do it. You got to stick with one thing only and have massive success, right? You stay in this company, you go vice president, your team is going to keep following you, right? Those are the followers. These people that I have here, 26,000, guess where they come from? They're from my previous business, right? They're people who followed me, who joined me at some point, who looked up to me at some point. They still follow me. So if you're sitting right now, you want to make a name for yourself, you got to be successful. You got to be good at one thing. And that's, with this company, going all in, achieving those high titles so you can earn that level of respect. And at the same time, not only the level of respect, but you got to grow as a person, right? Because you can't be a vice president when your experience and your mindset is of an agent, somebody who just got started. There's no way. You wouldn't know how to handle the problems. You wouldn't know how to do a presentation. You wouldn't know how to stand in front of a crowd. See, so you got to grow. You got to grow title by title, get the experience. Don't try to skip the steps. Like Nipsey said, when you skip the steps, you miss the lessons. All right, guys. So this is how I go about building my list. And I'm going to show you proof now here of this. That way you guys can see what I'm talking about. So look, here's my list. All right. And I can keep going. And I just started running through these names yesterday, Monday. So I'm expecting to put 40 new agents on board in the next 60 days. All right. I'm getting ready for this cruise contest. I'm getting ready for this 5-week volume. I'm trying to go VP. Right. Some of you who wants to go VP, who wants to go sales director, who wants to go regional sales director, right? Let's make it happen, guys. This is the list. And I show you guys because I'm the type of person that I'm not going to tell you to do something if I'm not doing it myself. Right? That's not a leader, right? You can't just talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk. Right? So this is the list, and this is how I'm actually finding the names. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here again. So I've been talking about this toolkit, and I give credit to Tony Solis. He's one of the agents in our organization. This individual, and man, I need to take you out to dinner whenever I see you, because this tool has been able to help me organize myself, right? Because it's hard. Imagine doing this, guys. You're on Facebook, right? You're trying to make your list. You click on here. All your friends are scattered to begin with. You're going to see when they load. You don't even know, like, whose name you already have. So you go on your friends. If you would do this, like trying to build a list, right? It's only a matter of time before you lose track of where you end it, whose name is on the list. You start judging people. You start disqualifying people on your own that before you know it, you could have disqualified a vice president, somebody that could have done really well. So, this is what somebody would think on what to do, how to build your list. But what if I tell you that you can have all these numbered in a list? Wouldn't that be much better? And you'll be able to see it visually, like, okay, look, there's so many people, so many names I need to have. So you go ahead and go on Chrome. This only works on Chrome. If you don't have Chrome, just go to if you're on Firefox, if you're on Safari, whatever browser you're using, just go on Google and type in Chrome browser. Download it. Once you have it, log into your Facebook. And then this is the toolkit. It's called Toolkit for Facebook. It's an extension. The way you go about downloading this extension, you go on Google and then you type Toolkit for Facebook. It's going to be the very first one. Download it. It's free. It doesn't cost a penny. Once it's downloaded, it's going to look like this. You actually press here to activate it. And then what I did, guys, is this. I went to unlike all active Facebook friends. Now, you're not really going to unfriend all your friends. You want to come up with a list. So, okay, I think because I restarted my laptop, so it closed down. But I'm going to show you how it looks. I'm just going to reboot this. So unfriend all active Facebook friends. Something's not loading. Make sure I'm clicking the right one. Unfriend all active. I think did I do that one or? Oh, there we go. Okay, this is how it looks like, guys. And then that's why you see all these things. You're gonna know why I have all these tabs open now. So here we go. They're numbered from 1. I can probably keep scrolling all the way down. I'll show you. So this is a number that I have, 3280. So all these names, guys, they have to go on that list. That's the whole purpose of it. And that's how I came up with all these names. Okay, that's how you do it. And what I like to do, guys, and this is so time consuming, but guess what? That's the price you gotta pay. And you know, it's more work, but what I do is I actually go like this, right click, open in a new tab. Closing all these out, guys. So that's what I do, guys. I open it in a new tab. Here's a few things that I do. Number 1, do we have any message history? My computer's acting slow because I had so many tabs open, but it usually doesn't happen. So first, you know, I check, do we have any message history? Number 2, when's the last time they posted? Okay. Then, you know, I also look to see if they're in another company. I don't really want to go after someone who just posted something about their company yesterday. It's very hard to try to convince someone to stop what they're doing and come join you, because guess what? They're trying to make money too. They're trying to make it happen. So those are not good candidates. I don't go for them, right? So if they're a good candidate, I put their name down. If they're part of another business and they're currently very, very active, I'm not even going to waste my time. Okay, that's just me. If they haven't posted nothing in a few months, they gotta go, because I need space. I only have 5,000 spots, and they're not even active. That means we can't communicate, so they gotta go. And that's what I do, guys. And I'm going one by one. Now, if you follow this, if you have tons of friends, it's gonna take you a few days. It may even take you a week to go through all these. Imagine having to go through 3,000 Facebook accounts, but guess what? At the same time, I'm also cleaning the house, right? I'm gonna have, I may end, by the time I'm done, guys, I may end up with only 3,000 friends, but guess what? They're all active, constantly posting, right? We've had some kind of conversations. They're good candidates, right? And then that's good, right? That's the goal. You wanna have people who are active. So that's how you go about building the list. Now, when it comes to reaching out, guys, this is what I want to tell you guys is that, you know, we're living in an era where it's getting louder. It's getting louder online. There's so many things you can do. Everybody's offering a course. There's so many things. What you gotta do, guys, is you gotta be a human, right? If you want to earn their business, you gotta show, number 1, that you care for them. You gotta find out their why, their pain, and you gotta find a way to relate to them, right? If you're a mom, if you're on this call right now, you're a mother. If you see another lady with kids, you want to talk about motherhood. How many kids do you have? How old are your kids? And actually care about them, like in a friendly way, and not just hit them with a copy and paste message. Hey, I looked you up. I know we haven't spoken, but I want you to check out this business. Like, we're so used to that, guys. Like, when I get those messages, to be honest, I don't really want to read for them. I already know what it is. They're trying to sell me something, and that's how people feel. Like, don't think that we're the only ones out there trying to make it happen. There's dozens, tons of things out there being sold. And what you want to do is you want to be different. And you want to do things different. You want to build a connection, even if it takes for you not to bring up FBS on the first day, right? On the first conversation. What if you talk to them on the first day and say, okay, well, it was nice talking to you. And then that's it. You cut it. The next day you come back and then you say, hey, so I know you told me that, you were working hard. What if I helped you, what if I helped you make an additional income to what you're making now? You see, but it's different now. They talk to you, they're like, okay, this person didn't sell me. So guys, right now, the number one thing that you want to focus on an era where things are getting loud is being a human. You got to go that extra mile. It's going to take more time, but you got to build a relationship with people. That's how you're going to get it done. I wouldn't consider this business a high ticket product, but it is $288. To the average person, $288 it's a lot of money, right? I'm talking about the person who's living paycheck to paycheck. So what you want to know is that, if you want to earn their business, you got to get real personal with them, right? They got to know that you care, even if that requires you getting on the phone with them, right? If you're someone right now who doesn't have credibility online, you haven't made a name for yourself, you're already fighting an uphill battle. Right. What you want to do is, guys, is you want to take them offline. You want to get on the phone with them because it's different when you're on the phone now versus they're judging you based off your profile. See, people are judging you from from your very first picture that you posted. They're sizing you up. Can this person help me? Right. And that's what I was talking about. You gotta recreate yourself, guys. There's no way that you can make it by looking half credit and half of a person, because we want to deal with the professional. That's all it is. We want to deal with someone who's consistent on what they're doing. We want to deal with the best of the best. So if you want to be the best of the best, you have to copy what Alfred is doing. You have to copy what Billy's doing. What Ashton is doing. You go to the profile, straight, suited down, professional. That's gonna take some time because those suits aren't cheap. Even if you go for a lower brand, it costs about $100 to get yourself a nice suit. But you got to start somewhere. Right. And guys, please, guys, do not leave this call without applying this stuff. When I tell you clean the house, you got to really go through your profile and delete, erase, save the pictures to your phone if you want to keep the memories. But you gotta get rid of all the stuff. You gotta have someone that's gonna tell you the truth, right? The real truth, and not try to be nice to you and say, hey, bro, this picture looks like it's not cutting it, right? You gotta get rid of all the average stuff, all the stuff that is irrelevant to the business. A picture of a cup. You're sitting at a chair. If that's not helping your business, then it has to go. Everything has to everything has to go, guys. You got to restart from zero because people are already judging you, especially if they know you. They're telling you, you cannot help me. I know who you are, right? So when you reinvent yourself, they feel like they don't know you anymore. They're going to have to get to know you all over again. And they're going to see, wow, this guy, he did something. He changed his life. He doesn't look the same anymore. You know what? You understand what I'm saying, guys? So you got to do that. And sometimes, some of us like to think, well, what if I just make a brand new Facebook? Sure, but you're going to have 0 friends. And let me tell you, if you want to build that account, that's going to take 6 months. And more than likely, if you're not seeing any results in 6 months income-wise, you're going to quit. It's just the truth. So, guys, use your Facebook. Use what you have, whether it's 500 friends, 1,000 friends. Use what you have. Build out the list. Find your core. What I mean by your core is that you're a group of 12 individuals, 10 individuals, agents that join you, and then start from there. Grow, build them up, right? Make them go field trainer, senior field trainer, and so on. And that's how you're going to do it. All right, guys, but you got to reinvent yourself. You got to wipe out everything. Don't make a new Facebook, though, because then that takes too long, guys. Building a following takes months. And if you wait until that happens to get started, then you're never going to get started. All right, guys, so that's my time. I wanted to come on here and just, share some knowledge with you guys. And, maybe hopefully some of this information was able to help you tonight. But before we leave, I wanted to bring on Billy for any last remarks. Anything that you want to add, Billy?
Boom. Good stuff, man. No, I am good to go. But I definitely agree. I just appreciate you clarifying oh, my camera's not. Appreciate you clarifying the process to people of when to do what is so important, because we're just excited. Ignorance on fire. And the thing about this business is we only get one chance at a first impression. And so the information you just got just really sets you up so you can go out and do that. You know, I have a new team member who just came on board a couple of days ago, and she was excited. And she just started copying and I'm screenshotting my posts from my Instagram and then and reposting them. But I'm like, you know, hey, we got to actually, let's make a list first. You know, let's follow the steps so you can get the best results. And so we don't want you to do the right thing at the wrong time, because then you won't get the right results from it. So thank you, Gerardo, for really breaking that down. I've already been getting a lot of feedback actually from some of our agents on applying that tool to Facebook and really, combing through their list in a very effective way. I hadn't seen a tool like that myself. So guys, excited about Friday and Saturday in Houston. Yep. Who else is in Houston? There's a big event in Houston happening this weekend where Senior Regional Vice President Alfred Nixon is going to be out there this weekend. Senior Regional Vice President Ashton Henry is going to be out there. I think there's some other leaders that are going to be there as well. So we're fired up about what's going on. We got some other events happening. If you know anybody in Arizona, myself, Alfred Nixon, Executive Vice President Alyssa Barnes, several other leaders are going to be out. Lavora Robinson, Vice President Dominique Ship, right? So we're all going to be in Arizona the first week of June. And, we had it confirmed that Nicola Smith-Jackson was added on. The #1 income earner is going to be there. So that event is going to be packed out, sold out. I think it's only a few tickets left anyways, but let's see. Powerful. Okay, see you in Arizona. So you guys stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay plugged in of everything that's going on in the groups of the different events, and ask yourself, who do I know in these areas, even if you don't live there, and get a team going in other parts as well. So we'll see you guys over the top. Let's close out week 4 strong. And those of you that are not field trainer, congratulations in advance. Let's make it happen this week and start off Sunday's new volume month the right way. You guys have a good rest of the evening. We'll see you guys over the top. Have a good one.